Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It is Monday, January 2nd. I can't believe it. It's a new year. It's 2023. And I hope all of you were safe and had a good weekend. Maybe you had some time off in the end of the year, which I highly encourage. If you are ready to turn the page on 2023, make some new decisions about your financial life, we very much encourage you to give us a shout. Here's what you need to do. Go to our website, jillonmoney.com. Right there on the website, there's a contact us button. Click the button, write down what the question is. Maybe you need a little kick in the tush. Maybe you need a little nudge. Maybe you need some hand holding. Whatever it is you need, Mark and I would like to provide some solace for you and hopefully some decent financial advice. So jillonmoney.com, click the contact us button. Let us know if you'd want to come on the air. Our very first listener on the air live with us for 2023 is Mona, who's on the line from the mid-Atlantic of the United States. Hi, Mona. How are you?
Hello. I'm great. Thank you.
Excellent. What brings you to us? What can we do for you?
Well, I have some questions about what I should do with some of my finances.
Okay. Tell us about yourself. How old are you?
So I currently am 57.
Okay. Someone else that you're talking to is also 57, so we share that.
We're very young.
I feel very good to be in my FU 50s. Really do not care what anyone thinks. It's fabulous. Okay. Do you still work, Mona?
Yes, I do. I work full time and I teach at a local college, and then I also teach a couple classes part time.
Wow. Do you like it? Is it a fun job to have? Have you been doing it a long time?
Yes, I love it. I love working with the students. I'm not so keen always on the administrative side of things, but I love teaching. I love seeing people, whether they're traditional age students or returning students in terms of adults or career changers, just sort of blossom and find their way into careers and life journeys.
That's so nice. How much do you earn as both teaching at this college and the adjunct stuff?
Sure. Total income is I earn about $100,000 at my full-time position and about $25,000 part-time.
And is that a good chunk of money for you? Is that covering your needs?
Yes.
Okay, great. And do you contribute to a retirement account through work?
I do. I have a 403B at my full-time position, and then I've been contributing to a 457 at my part-time.
Okay. How much money is going in? So you're making 125. How much goes into each of those plans?
Well, currently, and I did it with dollars, not percentages, but
That's fine.
Currently at the full-time position, it's about $850 per pay period, so times 24 times per year, and $350 at the part-time.
Okay.
But that one is more just when I'm teaching, so it's extracted. So if I'm not teaching or being paid, then that's not taken out.
Okay, but that's good. Right now, in the bigger plan where you're putting $850 per pay period, how much is in there?
About $600,000.
Wow. All right. So you're almost maxing that out. You're putting in like the statutory limit, but not the catch-up contribution in the 403B, which is fine. That's great. $600,000 is great money. And what about in the 457? How much is in there?
It's about 50. I haven't
Great.
been doing that very long.
Don't be sheepish. This is good. And how much in other stuff? So let's do the easy stuff. How about money in the bank?
Sure. Currently, I have in terms of cash, I have about $250,000.
Holy smokes. What's that? Just like you just had does that give you comfort? Did you hit some portion of the lottery? What's with the 250? That's a big number.
It is. I've always been rather heavy in cash, but so about 100 of that was there. But I was lucky enough to have a friend of mine give me a lump sum of money.
Wow, That's good. Okay, so 250 in there now. Normally it's 100. So, but that's good. And do you have any other investment accounts or any other holdings that we should know about?
I do. In one brokerage account, I have 150, and in a second brokerage account, I have 1.25 million.
Oh my God, Mark. This is like, hello, 1.25 million in a brokerage account. Oh my God. That's unbelievable, girl.
And I have about 250,000 of IRA BDAs that I need to know what to do with.
IRA BDA.
The beneficiary distribution account.
How much money do you actually need to live on? Because you're putting away a lot of money right now. And it appears just from like the way you're saving, it would appear to me that of the 125 grand or so that you make, you're probably only living on what, 70 or 80 a year?
Probably closer to about 100,000 total, I would say, just because I have a expensive hobby.
Oh, all right. I love expensive hobbies. Okay. So $100,000 a year is your need. Now, through either of these jobs, will you be entitled to a pension?
No.
And how much longer do you think you want to work?
So, your book, The Great Money Reset, I'm okay to keep, I like to work. I like what I do, but I also know that life is short. So I'm fine to keep working forever and ever. But I also know that there's a big world out there. So I don't really know the answer to that question.
Okay,
So
that's fair enough. That's good. Now, Mona, are you single? Are you partnered? Are you married? Is there someone else in this picture?
I do have a partner.
Okay. And does your partner earn money or are you the main wage earner?
No, my partner also earns money and is employed full time.
Okay. Do you keep your money separate or should we like incorporate partners' stuff in this picture?
You can incorporate
How much does partner earn?
about 85
Okay. And savings for the partner?
is included. That was the amount I gave you. That's the
Oh, I got
total.
you. Okay, gotcha. Okay, perfect. And same age-ish?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys make a bunch of money, you save a bunch of money, you have a bunch of money. You have a home?
Yes.
How much is that home worth?
I think it's about 630.
Do you have a mortgage?
Yeah, about 300.
Do you know the rate on the mortgage?
Because I refinanced right at the start of the pandemic at like 2.75.
Come on, right? Unbelievable. So, what's the genesis of this call? Like, what is
Sure.
it that you think you need that you're not doing? Because you seem to be in fantastic shape.
Well, thank you, because my call is premised more on what I should be doing right now in terms of like, for example, should I fund a Roth IRA? Does it matter? Should I, for the IRA BDA, should I take the required minimum distribution per year over 10 years, or when my income dips?
Yeah, I get that. So, I mean, if you're the beneficiary of a retirement account and the rules have changed now, right? So, generally, here's how like the game plan would work as I see it. If you said to me, Jill, you know what? I want to work, like ideally, what do you really feel like you want to, like, could you say, like, I'll work 5 more years and see how the numbers look? Would that
Right.
be fair for us to look at?
That's reasonable.
Okay. So you work for 5 more years. Everything's cool. From the time you are 62 until age 70, then that will be a time period where we will want to pull money out of that IRA account, the beneficiary one. That's the $250,000 one, right?
Right.
Okay. So then you basically have 8 years to get that money out. Let's call it 7 years, maybe. When did the person die?
2021.
Okay. So, you'll have 10 years to get it out. So you make sure that you do it before you turn age 70 because you're going to have income of Social Security when you're 70, right?
Right.
Do you happen to know what your Social Security benefit will be at 70?
I do, because I listened to you and I know you're going to ask. 4,000.
And what about your partner?
3,200.
Wow. So if we can get you guys to age 70, you're kind of living large, right? I mean, truly. So we have the next let's say 5 years where you're still making 100 grand and 25. I don't think you need to put more money in your retirement account, by the way. I mean, I really don't. I do think that what you can do is, you know, if you need extra money between the two of you, if there's some extra money you need, you could pull some money out of your cash, obviously, and use that if you need to go on like some big, awesome trip or you're doing something big. Beyond that, I would just keep stockpiling some cash, and then you retire, and then you pull money out of that IRA BDA. That's a portion of it. Even if we just said you did 50 grand a year from that for 5 years, let's say. Okay. And then you're going to use some of the money that is in the bank/brokerage to fund whatever else you need until you're age 70. That's really what you're going to do. That means, though, we have to be clear. If you need $100,000, let's say together you guys need 100 grand a year. And we know you're going to have 50 of that will be pre-tax from the beneficiary IRA. You'll have to come up with, let's say, another 60 or 70 grand somewhere. And that would be cash, brokerage, right? And you just live on that until you're age 70. And then once you guys claim Social Security, you don't need that much more money.
If you pull 3% out of 1 million, like you said to your viewers a couple of times before, can you do that forever or only for 30 years? So it's because it's constantly.
No, you could probably you could do it every year. It's just that what happens is the 3% may not cover what you need, right? I mean, it's sort of like a safe way to hopefully not run out. But but you don't have to just do that from the brokerage. You'll have your 401, 403B, and your 457 also. You have plenty of money. Honest to God, you have plenty of money. What's going to happen is, if we get rid of this IRA, the beneficiary IRA, before you start claiming Social Security, you will then have to start taking money out of your retirement account at some, let's call it age 72. Maybe it's going to be 73, 4, 5. We don't know. And you'll have to do that. That'll be your required minimum distribution, right?
Right.
Okay.
Whether it's Roth or not.
No, Roth, you don't have to make it. The thing is, if we convert you to a Roth, then I got to burn up your cash, and you like your cash. I already know this because you've said that. You're like, I like my cash, right? And so if we were to do a conversion, it sort of makes more sense financially, but really it doesn't matter that much for you. It just doesn't. So if you were 72 right now and you had $650,000 that was in a retirement account, your required minimum distribution would be about $24,000. Okay. It just so happens that I look at that and I say, oh, you know what? Like if you were receiving $24,000 in a required minimum distribution, you were receiving the 2 Social Security checks totaling $7,200 a month. You probably are pretty close to meeting your needs. You could essentially live off your RMDs and your Social Security and dip into your money whenever you need a little fun time, a little something in the house, or, whatever it is. And you're good. You're good. What's your opinion about, or your feeling about risk? Like when we look at that brokerage account or in your 403B, are you risk averse or are you fine with risk?
I love risk.
No way.
I'm totally
shocked.
risky. Heavily. Yeah. I'm very comfortable with risk, which is actually a problem given my age, but I totally feel the market's going to come roaring back, and I know it dips and goes up and down, but I have it in basically the S&P and then some small cap value and then some individual stocks, which I know I shouldn't have it in the individual ones. And
that's okay. I mean, if you don't have a lot in an individual, it's fine. It's totally fine. Mona, you're a player. So at this point, because you are heavily invested and you are a risky investor, I am inclined to keep your that cash that you have. You said you had 100, but now you have 250. I'm inclined to just keep that cash on hand.
Okay, I agree. I feel comfortable with that.
I love this. I am so blown away. I'm so happy about this. Do you feel like at this point now that before you came on the air, you said you were nervous, but like, isn't this totally awesome? Like, you're in great shape. Imagine if you had to come on the air and I was like crushing all of your dreams. It would be terrible. You're in such good shape. What were you ever worried about?
It is totally awesome because I think, you spend your whole life working and saving and trying to invest where you can. And then you have something, and then, I sort of, what do I do? So this helps me to sort of calm down to see what's possible. So thank you for that.
Here's what I can tell you. What I can tell you, Mona, is you can do whatever you want. You are in such good shape. Are you and your partner, are you married? Are you officially married or not?
No.
Okay. You have your estate planning done?
We had a trust put together.
Good. Perfect. Is there anything else that we can do for you?
I think this has been terrific. Thank you so much. And I wish you the best for 2023.
Well, we are so happy. What a way to start, Mark, huh? This is a great first. I mean, by the way, as Mark always likes to say, here we have a journeyman professor who's worked really hard her whole life and lives in not an in the mid-Atlantic. It's not like an inexpensive part of the universe, has saved a ton of money. And so congratulations. I'm so delighted that Mona kicks us off for 2023. If you want to keep the party going in 2023, you know what you need to do. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Let us know if you would be willing to come on the air. While you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. And yes, you can still pre-order the book. It's The Great Money Reset. All right. We want to remind you that every day that we are on the air, I'm going to ask you to please lift someone up. And here is our new mantra for 2023. You ready, gang? It's change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.